Hi, this is Cris Collinsworth, and you're watching JR's Sports Brief. Lock it in because we're loaded and ready to go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JR from JRSportBrief, and we are here with Mr. Cris Collinsworth. Say hi to the people real fast.
What's happening? How are you, JR?
I'm living. I mean, it's kind of ugly and nasty outside, but we're inside. It's warm. Everything is good. How are you? We're in the midst of the NFL playoff season. You good?
Love it. I tell you, there have been a couple of games already this year as good as anything I've ever seen.
Right.
You know, Tim Tebow with that big win over Pittsburgh. I thought that was spectacular.
And he got taken care of.
Saints and 49ers. That was unbelievable.
That was
a lot of fun.
That was the best game I've seen all season outside of the Giants game in Dallas. I want to say maybe around mid-December. That was a great game on Saturday.
You know, and it's the nice thing about it is we're seeing new stars emerging. You know, to see Alex Smith make plays like that, to see Vernon Davis as a hero. You know, every time you think that, oh boy, Dan Marino's retired and Jim Kelly and, you know, how are we ever going to replace them? There's always an Aaron Rodgers, a Drew Brees. And when they start to emerge, it's really fun.
New legacies, new players. Now, you're here in the city today, the FedEx Air&Ground Player of the Year Awards. I know you're involved with that. You actually have your website as part of that. Can you explain to the people real fast what that is?
Well, the end result is that junior achievement becomes the big beneficiary of this. So if you go online and you vote for some of the guys that are involved in this thing, a local junior achievement, which I used to teach at the elementary school level, that helps develop some young entrepreneurs out there. They're going to get $25,000 for their programs, which is spectacular. So go to NFL.com/FedEx and vote for either Tom Brady, Drew Brees, or Aaron Rodgers. For the Air nominees, the Ground nominees, Maurice Jones-Drew, Ray Rice, LaShawn McCoy, and whichever one of those guys in each category gets picked, FedEx gives them $25,000, and it's a great program for a lot of great kids.
It is, and I mean, I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I love nothing better than going home and encouraging people to start their own businesses. I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand that you don't necessarily always have to work for someone. You can kind of dig your own niche and kind of start something fresh if you have your own ideas and perspectives. So I think that's pretty cool. That's why I came down here today.
That's what FedEx, and that's really what this program's all about. So fire away, baby. Let's get it going here. Whatever you want to know.
You know it. So JR Sport Brief is all about the people. So we have some questions. First question comes in from Mr. Kevin Martinez on Twitter. He says, does a fourth Super Bowl ring from Tom Brady put him on the same level as Joe Montana as the greatest QB ever? Now, you've had up close and personal experience of Mr. Montana in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
Too close. Yeah, I lost 2 Super Bowl games with Joe Montana. Go ahead and throw it out there.
I'm 81 and 88. Sorry.
I was sitting on the bench having a cup of coffee, getting ready to figure out where we were going for the party after the game when Joe Montana and Jerry Rice went 90 yards to beat us.
220-something yards, I think Rice had in that
I'm just telling you, I would have broken his leg by that point. They should have played me on defense. I'd have shoot.
You would have LT'd him. You
can't let one guy beat you. We had triple coverage on him. We got 2nd and 20 on that final drive. Triple coverage on the guy, and we can't cover.
It's Jerry Rice. But do you think Tom Brady is going to eke into that? Is he already there?
Well, you know, and the other guy you have to say is, you know, okay, Tom Brady has the possibility of a fourth Super Bowl ring. They ain't bad. MVPs, records, all the stuff. Peyton Manning, only 1 Super Bowl, but 4 MVPs in the league. Joe Montana, I hate more than any human being. That's not true. I'm just joking. But, I think that without question, I really think if Tom Brady wins this fourth one, the more people will consider him to be the greatest player to ever play the game than anybody else. So I think it's really a significant game.
Okay, cool. Kevin, I say thank you on your behalf. Moving on, we have here on another Twitter. Tufan Najafi, he says, who do you think is the best all-around team right now in the playoffs? Who do you think is going to go all the way? 4 good ones.
It is. This is tough. You know, I think they're all flawed to some extent. and throwing out the stats, right? Let's do that, because the New York Giants are the 32nd ranked run team.
Yeah.
And yet when you look at what they've done the last month, they're not the worst running team in the NFL. They're probably in the top 10, 12.
Yeah, yeah.
So you add that to Osi Umenyiora being back, you add that to Michael Boley being back, you add that to this restructured left side of the offensive line with David Deal kicking out the tackle now. With the return of Jake Ballard,
Jason Pierre-Paul, that guy, he's a freak.
They're all freaks.
Yeah, they're all freaks.
If I had to say one team, and with the way Eli's been playing, one team's a team to beat, I'd say the Giants right now.
Oh, wow. I'm expecting them to beat the Niners. That's
no given.
No, it's not. That defense is crazy. The Niners' defense right now is stopping everyone. That was a great game on Saturday. Best game I've seen of the year. I'm a New York Jets fan. I would love to see my hometown team, the Giants, go back and face Tom Brady and the Patriots and beat them again. That would be nice. That'd be a great story in my opinion.
Not as much as you'd like to see Peyton Manning come play for the Jets, though.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little particular as a New York Jets fan. Like you kind of accept that the Jets they're gonna have a good year, they're gonna have a bad year. The New York Jets. I always admire the New York Giants just because of the way the organization is run, and it seems like every year it seems like there's stability there. As long as I've been alive, that has not been the case with the Jets, so I don't necessarily expect anything more.
So Peyton Manning wouldn't come in and help you guys out, dude?
No, I'd take
the whole Brett Favre thing, put a sour taste in your mouth?
Hey, whoever's going to throw the ball and throw touchdowns and actually move the ball more than 10 yards down the field, I'm in favor for it. No more slants and little gimmick plays. Let's get somebody who can air it out and probably someone to catch the ball too. We're going to leave Santonio alone. Moving on to Mr. Cody Broder on Facebook. He says, what's been the toughest part about transitioning from playing and now broadcasting, which you've been doing for quite some time now?
You lose a lot of friends.
Being honest?
If you do your job, which is... We have television critics who critique what we do.
Absolutely.
My job is to critique what the players and coaches do.
Right.
I've sat in the film room with the likes of Forrest Gregg, who shredded everybody the way that I assume that Vince Lombardi did, who was his coach in the day.
Right.
Guys would come out with sweat stains down to their belly buttons because they were just getting abused in there.
Right.
But that's the way I think is the right way to do it.
Right.
If you were sitting in my house watching a playoff game or the Super Bowl, we'll be calling the Super Bowl.
Same chat, yeah.
I wouldn't be going, oh boy, that Eli Manning is some player. How about the play he just made? I'd be going, what's the matter with the right tackle? How did And I think that they pay me enough money to have you hear what I really think.
Right, absolutely.
Now, and it offends the guys, and I understand that, and they think that I'm a turncoat and I'm a traitor in many ways, But I don't work for them anymore.
Yeah.
They are what I work off. I work for the people sitting at home and watching, and they deserve the truth, at least my version of it.
I hear you. I try to deliver the same thing. By no means, we're in two different boats, but I feel that any time that you put yourself out in public and have strong opinions or opinions about anything, there's always going to be people who agree and people who disagree. So it's kind of a can't win. It's unfortunate that you say you lose friends because you're just doing your job is what I see.
Well, and then pretty soon they get in the business and then they come back to me and go, oh, I get it.
Yeah, I get it now.
I get it. Because if I don't do it, they're firing me and somebody else is going to do it.
Well, nowadays it seems like most professional athletes, once they hang up the cleats, the sneakers, whatever they do, it seems like the next step is I want to get into broadcast journalism.
Until they start doing it.
It's real work. It's not just put on a suit and tie and chat. It's real work. One more question we have here from Mr. Shane Scalpel on Facebook. If you weren't doing TV work, what would you be doing?
Well, I got my law degree
nice.
When I was playing, and I always just assumed that that's what I would be doing. I never actually sat for the bar because by the time I graduated from law school, I was a couple of years into broadcasting.
Right.
And if one thing I learned from 5 years of law school was that I didn't really want to be a lawyer, this talking about football was a
Right.
whole lot more fun than that.
I must say, you know what? If you became a lawyer, you may have less people that like you now.
Yeah, but then they may want to shoot you depending on what kind of law you have.
You're right.
Yeah.
Good.
So, but you know, it's amazing though. The law degree really comes into play a lot because there are a lot of contractual issues, collective bargaining, union discussions, a lot of different things that come up. So, whatever it works.
Well, that's pretty good. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
Sip the tea. Please do me a favor. Bid the people I do. Just say bye or later or something like that.
On behalf of JR and everybody, check you later.
And that's how we do it. We're going to go play in the rain now.